As a CEO of a company, you'll probably want to understand whether your revenue is growing or whether it's shrinking over time. And a lot of months you'll have a lot of revenue, some months you won't have so much revenue. Seasonality can also play into this. So if you do a lot of revenue during Christmas, for example, then that kind of overstates what your revenue is for the year. So to remove all of that seasonality, the best way to determine whether you're growing or shrinking in revenue is to create a 12-month trailing graph. And all that does is it's a rolling graph that shows whether you're increasing or decreasing. So how do you do that? Well, you first create a spreadsheet and you put in as much of the revenue numbers as you have, and you really need at least 13 months of revenue. 2 years of revenue actually makes the graph even more impactful. So that's what I've done here is I've created a spreadsheet here with a lot of different months, 2 years of data. Now you can go to your first year of data and go to the very end of that first year right here. And now let's sum up the entire year. So we'll simply sum the last 12 months of revenue. And that gives us a number. Now we can do that same thing for all of the next months. We can simply fill that all the way down. Alright, so if we look at this month, you can see that's 12 months. If we look at the next month, it's the next 12 months. Alright, if we look at the next month, it's the next 12 months. So what this does is it says for the past 12 months, beginning December 13th, we've gotten $138,000 in revenue. The very next month, the sum for the prior 12 months is $144,000. So you know your revenue is growing over time. It's not shrinking. Now to see this a little better, you can also create a graph. So I'll just highlight those years of or those months of revenue, and I'll simply come here and insert the graph. Okay, a good one to do here would be a line graph because it'll show you month to month how you're doing. You can also show the actual data points here. You can put the labels on here if you like, and you can give the chart a title. Another way you can look at that as well would be through an area graph, and that'll shade everything in. So by looking at this, I can tell my revenue is growing year over year, and we're increasing revenue over time. We're not decreasing revenue over time. So this is a good way to determine whether you're growing or you're shrinking. Now you can use this for other things than revenue. For example, you can determine whether your number of users for your product is growing over time, or is your profitability growing over time. You can graph pretty much anything you can think of, and it allows you to just simply look at a graph quickly, see if the trend is up or see if the trend is down. Now this video today was brought to you by a memory jog. A memory jog is a free password management app that allows you to track all of your passwords and any other easy to forget information. It's made for the iPhone, and you can download this free app at www.amemoryjog.com. Thanks for your time today.